And there are some states that are actually fighting back against the president and the woke corporations that are pandering to the left's destructive green goals. The state of West Virginia has just deemed 5 financial institutions ineligible for state banking contracts on the grounds that they boycott fossil fuel companies. You want to know what courage looks like? It's standing up to BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, and Wells Fargo, some of the biggest firms in the world. Joining me now is the man who made this determination, West Virginia Treasury, Riley Moore. Riley, thank you. When we had you on in January, at the time, you noted that other states were considering moves like this. Will this be the start of a domino effect against the woke CEOs?
Well, Laura, thank you so much for having me on. And yes, I do believe this is the first step, because similar legislation that has authorized me to do this has also passed in Kentucky, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Texas. And I've been in conversations with them, and they are working on their lists, like we have in West Virginia now, the restricted financial institutions list. So this is just the first step in this process.
Well, JP Morgan responded to your move, telling the New York Times that this decision is short-sighted and disconnected from the facts, adding that its business practices are not in conflict with this anti-free market law. Now, Riley, the big banks are obviously trying to just pay lip service to conservatives or assuage your concerns about free markets. Your response?
Yeah, that's hilarious. So JP Morgan Chase and these other banks that we have listed clearly have prohibitions on lending to the fossil fuel industry. Maybe perhaps they might do some business in oil. Maybe they might do some in gas. But I'll give you an example. They do have direct prohibitions on lending to coal, which we are a coal state here in West Virginia. We just happen to power the country. I guess not that big of a deal, but it is a very important resource here in the United States. So they have a direct lending prohibition on all thermal coal in this country and any financing related to that. So I don't buy that argument. And secondarily, this is a free market solution. I am a market participant. I'm not a market regulator. And all we're asking for is for the free market to remain free, for these financial institutions to assess risk and capital and decide all their decisions based on those factors and not some woke political agenda.
Yeah.